I can't believe I'm actually posting this. I've been a lurker for years, but I never thought I'd be one of those people pouring their heart and soul to strangers right here on this thread. But it's 3 o'clock in the morning, kids finally asleep, and I'm lost. Simply lost. So here it goes. Me, 38 male, and my husband Mark, 35 male. We've been together for 12 years, and we've been married for 8 years. We've got 3 kids, twins, and a little boy. Up until 5 years ago, we were that annoying, happy couple everyone secretly hates. You know, the type, finish each other's sentences, inside jokes for days, the whole shebang. We had our crap together, or at least I thought we did. Then Mark's dad got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. It was brutal, it was fast, and it was unfair. Within 6 months, he went from this larger-than-life guy who'd give you the shirt off his back to gone. Just gone. Mark was obviously devastated, understandably. I mean, who wouldn't be? I did everything I could. I took over all the household stuff, became a solo parent to our kids. The twins were only 2 then, and our son was still cooking. I even took time off work to be there for him. I held him when he cried. I listened when he needed to talk. I gave him spaces when he needed it. That's what you do when you love someone, right? But it's been 5 years. 5 years, guys, and nothing has changed. If anything, it's gotten worse. Every year, like clockwork. Mark falls into this black hole of depression for like 6 long months. Always around the holidays and his father's birthday. And during these times, it's like he's not even here. He barely gets out of bed. He doesn't eat unless I practically force feed him. He doesn't talk to me. He doesn't look at the kids. Doesn't do anything. It's like living with a ghost. The first couple of years, I get it. Grief is bad. It's a jerk. And everyone processes things differently. But now, I don't know. I'm just exhausted. Like, really exhausted. Our kids, they don't even react anymore when daddy doesn't come down for dinner. They used to ask questions, try to cheer him up, but now, nothing. It's like they've accepted for half the year they only have one parent. Do you know how much that breaks my heart? I've tried everything I can think of. I've been patient, supportive, given him space. I've begged him to go to therapy. Well, back to therapy, I should say, since he quit after just a year, saying it wasn't helping. I've even suggested support groups, medication, couples counseling, even those weird grief retreats. He refuses it all. Says nothing can help him, and this is just how it's going to be. I'm 38 years old. I feel like I'm 60. I'm so tired. I'm tired of being both mom and dad. I'm tired of running our household alone. I'm tired of making excuses to our friends and family about why Mark is not at birthdays or barbecues. I'm tired of lying in bed next to someone who might as well be a stranger. Come on, do you blame me? I love Mark. Gosh, I love him so much it hurts. But I feel like I lost my husband the day his dad died. The man I married, the one who would dance with me in the kitchen while we made dinner, who would make stupid dad jokes that had our kids rolling their eyes. He's gone, and I don't know if he's ever coming back. I never ever thought that I would say this, but I'm thinking about divorce. The thought makes me want to throw up, but I don't know what else to do. I feel like I'm drowning, and I need to save myself and our kids before we all go under. Okay, some more context, because why not air all the dirty laundry while I'm at it? Mark has ADHD, but no history of depression before this. Could that be a factor? I don't know. I really don't. Our life in the bedroom? Well, what bedroom? We haven't touched each other in months, and I feel like this roommate, if what I am, I'm not his husband. I'm starting to resent him, and I hate myself for it. I feel like the world's biggest jerk for being frustrated with his grief, but I'm also so angry that he won't even try to get better. Our savings are almost depleted. Mark can barely work during his bad months, and I've had to turn and cut back my hours to take care of everything else. I'm terrified about the financial future. The twins have started acting out at school. Their teacher is suggesting therapy, but how the hell do I explain to a 7-year-old why they need to see a shrink? I've tried talking to Mark about all this. He either shuts down completely or excuses me and tells me that I'm not understanding his pain. Guys, how can I understand his pain? How? I've been living it for 5 years, dude. I don't know what to do anymore. I love him. I do. But I can't keep living like this. It's not fair to me, and it's definitely not fair to our children. So guys, that's why I'm actually coming here today. I'm begging you. Help me. Tell me what to do. Am I the world's biggest a-hole for thinking about leaving my grieving husband? Is there something else that I should be doing? I mean, has anyone else been through something like this and came out the other side? Ugh, I'm losing my mind here. Our anniversary. It's next month, and I don't know if I can fake another happy family dinner. I'm this close to packing a bag and taking the kids to my sister's place just to get a break. But then what? Do I come back? Do I file for divorce? Do I just accept that this is my life now? Please, if you've read this far, give me something, anything. I'm desperate. What's up, guys? Mr. Reddito here. So today's story is a wild one. If you were in OP's position, this would be a very hard situation to deal with because OP clearly loves his husband. But this grief is really breaking up their relationship. If you guys know exactly what you would do, and if you were in OP's position, let me know in the comment section down below what you would do. I don't have an answer for this one. This is a wild story, but guys, we're just getting started. I do have quite a few updates for you and some comments at the end of the story. If you guys are new to the channel and you like this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe, guys. Let's check out the update. Here it is. Update number 1. Hey everyone, it's me again, the guy with the grieving husband and the family that's falling apart. First off, holy crap, I never expected so many people to respond to my post, like for real. Thank you. I mean, seriously, thank you. Even the ones who called me an a-hole, at least I know I'm not crazy for having these feelings. Well, it's been a few days since I posted, and I've been trying to process everything. I thought I would update you all because, well, you guys are the only ones I can really talk to about this. So here is where we're at. A bunch of suggestions, having Mark involuntarily committed. Believe me, I've thought about it. I've even talked to our family doctor about it a while back. It turns out in our state, they can only do that if the person is in danger to themselves or others. And as much as Mark is struggling, he's not violent or he's not thinking of harming himself. So that's off the table. Reading through your comments, guys, it really made me realize something that I've been avoiding. Mark needs serious help, more than I can give him, more than just regular counseling, and hell, that's really hard to admit. I keep thinking back to when Mark was going to grief counseling right after his dad died. He would come home from sessions and I would ask how it went, and he would just say, "Oh, fine," and then change the subject. I remember one of his last sessions. He came home and said the counselor thought that he was doing better, and that he might not need to be coming anymore. He doesn't have to keep coming. Then he went to bed and cried for hours, I think. I think he wasn't being honest with his counselor, and it really hurts me. Well, there was also one comment that really messed me up. Someone suggested that if I gave Mark a divorce ultimatum, he might do something very drastic. I have not even considered that. Now, I can't stop thinking about it, so yeah, divorce ultimatum is definitely off the table. I've been trying to figure out what to do next. I can't force Mark to get help, but I can't keep going like this either. After reading all your advice and thinking about it nonstop for days, I think I'm going to write him a letter. I know, it sounds cliche and lame. Hear me out. Every time I try to talk to him face-to-face, mano-y-mano, it ends in a fight or with him shutting down completely. Maybe, if I write it all out, he can read it when he's ready. I want to tell him how much that we love him, how much we miss him, how scared we are. I want to beg him to see a doctor to be honest about what he's going through. I want him to know that it's okay not to be okay, but that he needs more help than I can give him. I guess what I'm realizing is that love is not always enough. I love Mark more than anything, our kids love him, but we can't fix this on our own. He needs professional help, I mean real help, not just an hour of counseling once a week. I'm terrified. What if he reads the letter and it makes things worse? What if he refuses to get help? What if this is just it forever? But I have to try something for Mark, for our children, and for me, and for the family that we used to be, the one I hope that we can be again. Guys, I don't really know what's going to happen next. I'm going to write the letter tonight, after the kids are tucked away in bed. I'll probably cry the whole time I'm writing it, but hey, it needs to be done. I'm going to say this, thank you. It was a short update, but hey, thanks for listening, for advising, and for sharing your own stories. It has helped me, more than you could ever know, to not feel so alone in this. I will update, though, if anything changes, so wish us luck. We're gonna need it. Edit. Wow, I step away for a few hours to deal with the kids' fever, because of course, why not add that to the pile, and I come back to all this support. You guys are incredible. Let me address some things before I go away. Yes, I'm going to therapy myself. I found someone who specializes in family trauma, and it's hard, but I do think it's helping. For those asking about the children, we're looking into play therapy for them. The school counselor recommended somebody special. I hear you all on the importance of self-care. I'm trying. It's hard when every minute feels like it needs to be spent holding things together like glue. I'm trying. To the person who asked if I still love Mark, yes, gosh, yes. That's why it makes this so hard. If I didn't love him, walking away would be easy peasy. I'm writing the letter now. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to write, but your support gives me strength. Thanks, truly. I'll be back for the update. Alright guys, Mr. Reddito here. So there's one final update before we hop into the comment section. And I just want to say, well, you might not be expecting this update. If you're enjoying today's story, or maybe you're relating to it in some way, go ahead and hit that like button, or subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Here is the final update, update number 2. I was not going to post again. I mean, I really wasn't. I was done with this crap. But so many of you have been messaging me, commenting, asking how things are going, and sending support. I guess I owe you all some kind of closure, so here it is. The final chapter in this crap show. Remember that letter I was going to write? Well, I did. I poured my freaking heart out, man. I told Mark how much we love him. I mean, how worried we were for him, and we need him back. We begged him to get help, to talk to the doctor about his grief. I don't know what I thought. He would cry, we'd hug it out, and he would agree to help, but gosh, I was naive. Not every story has a happy ending. I read it to him after the kids were in bed, and he just sat there staring for like 15 minutes. Then he looked at me cold as ice, and he said, quote, "So, you're telling me to just get over my dad's death?" And then he left. Just walked out the front door. I freaked out. I called him. I texted him. Nothing. Finally, his phone rang and I answered, ready to beg him to come home, but it's not Mark. It's a woman. She tells me Mark is fine but doesn't want to talk to me? Then she hangs up. Well, he came home the next afternoon, and it turns out he spent the night at his coworker Sarah's place. Yeah, Sarah. The one I met a couple of, office parties. The one who always gave me these weird vibes, but I would brush it off because, you know, I'm not the jealous type. Mark swears they just cuddled and that she, quote, held him while he cried, because that makes it so much better, right? Oh, and if you're confused or you're wondering what's in the air, yes, I understand Mark is married to a man, but he has plenty of girlfriends in his lifetime before he met me. Yeah, he swings both ways, and I don't think I can trust him now, if I'm being completely honest with you. I asked to see his phone, but he refused it. So I checked his tablets, and holy crap, you guys, he's been talking to her for a year. Well, over a year. He was confiding in her about his grief, and she's been there, telling him how I don't understand him, how she would treat him so much better. The night he left, he texted her saying he's coming over, and when I confronted him with this, guess what he had to say? He left again, but not before telling me that Sarah was right about you. So here I am, alone in the house at 2 a.m., 3 kids sleeping upstairs who have no idea their world is about to implode because Daddy's a dirty cheater. How do I tell them? How do I explain that Daddy left because why? Because he's grieving, because he found someone else, because I tried to help and ducked it all up. This is the point where I say this. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I mean, how do I navigate divorce, custody, child support? I don't even know if that's what's happening, but what else is there? Part of me thinks Mark is having some kind of psychotic break, that this really isn't him. But you know what? I'm pretty tired of all this. I've spent 5 years of my life trying to help this man, trying to hold our family together, and I don't have anything left to give. I know Sarah took advantage of him when he was at his most vulnerable. I know that, but I can't even bring myself to care enough to try to convince him of it. He chose this. He chose her over us, our family, over everything we've built together, and I'm done. I'm done. To all of you who have been following this saga, thank you. Your support has meant more than you know. But this is it. I won't be posting any more updates because, like I said, I'm done. I probably won't even use this account again. I might delete it. I need to focus on my kids, on figuring out what the hell I'm going to do next. If there's a lesson in all this, I don't know what it is. Love isn't always enough. Grief can destroy more than just the person experiencing it. Don't trust coworkers named Sarah. I don't know. Guys, please take care of yourself, hug your loved ones, and if you're struggling, please get help. Real help before it's too late. Goodbye.